Welcome to 101. I'm Rick Kaplan. My guest today is Robert Clarke. He is a principal at Allen and Major Associates. How are you, Robert?
I'm doing great.
I'll call you Bob. How's that?
That's fine. Yeah, everybody pretty much calls me Bob, so that's fine.
So tell us a little bit about what Allen and Major Associates is all about, what they do, what you do, and
Yeah, so we're a full-service civil engineering firm, landscape architecture and survey. The company's been in business for 47 years. My partner, Tim Williams, and I purchased the business from Jim Major 6 years ago. We are approximately just under 50 people with 3 different offices in the Northeast, 2 in Massachusetts and 1 in New Hampshire. I handle the Massachusetts work and the New Hampshire office.
so you're civil engineers?
Yeah, civil engineering. We do pretty much land development. We permit projects. We create value for our clients. Basically, we take it from the conceptual stage all the way through construction. A lot of times we're working hand in hand with the developer, the landowner, getting a project approved and creating value for that land.
So they tell me that multifamily is very hot right now. We need more multifamily. Is that one of the things that you've been focusing on?
Yeah, basically in Massachusetts, we've had an awful lot of multifamilies over the last maybe 5 to 10 years. And we're seeing a major uptick in the New Hampshire market right now. Basically, the New Hampshire market is looking for affordable housing. A lot of our projects do have affordable components. They're by no means low income. There are great finishes on the kitchen. A lot of the younger professionals are trying to stay in New Hampshire, and having a housing for those young professionals is really important to keep our young people in the state of New Hampshire. We recently approved projects in Franklin, Epping, and in Nashua. We have new projects that we're approving right now, going through the process with the planning board in Dover, Franklin, and Concord. And these projects range from 32 units up to 252 units.
So these projects mainly due to the lack of multifamilies in New Hampshire, or is it because people are starting to move north from Mass?
Probably a combination. I definitely see some transplants from Massachusetts. We have a couple in our office that have relocated to the Northeast from the Boston market. And then we also see a lot of younger people that are looking for to get their first start. So it's really good to get them into the apartments. We're seeing, some of the older folks in New Hampshire also sell their large homes and downsize and actually move into the multifamily markets as well.
Yeah, I know I would consider moving to New Hampshire myself, or Maine even. It's so nice in the area. Some of the areas that were never developed have become beautiful spots. I go to Portsmouth every year. My son went to school in Manchester, so we used to go up there a lot. There's some nice areas. Londonderry.
Yeah, I've got some clients that like to come up and have meetings on Fridays because they might have a second home on the Lakes region, and they continue on and beat the traffic. I also have a couple of clients that tell me that when they come up here, they feel like they're going on vacation when they come up for meetings.
Well, and now with a lot of the sharks coming into the ocean in our area, these lake regions are becoming more and more attractive.
Yeah, they are. Warmer water too.
So what are some of the bigger challenges that you're finding in this shortage, especially in New Hampshire?
One of the major things that we've been doing lately, especially during COVID, is we've been doing Zoom meetings for our public hearings. So oftentimes we have to take it through the permitting process at the public level. You have abutters, you have people that may be opposed to a project. Sometimes they're just abutters that want to hear about the project. So we were instrumental in helping a lot of the different towns and cities creating Zoom meetings and letting them know how to do it. We were doing this in Massachusetts probably 2 months before New Hampshire actually started getting hit with the whole COVID-19 pandemic. So we were talking to a lot of different planners and also some of the staff in the cities to help them create the Zoom and team meetings that now we're using to get our projects approved. It's a little strange because the technology is obviously something that you have to deal with, and then having abutters raising their hands prematurely and having a strong chairman at the planning board level or the ZBA level is really important to kind of shepherd that process.
Well, can you imagine if all of this happened 10 years ago? We wouldn't be working at all. No one would be doing anything.
So in the beginning, back in March, we saw that Boston shut down all construction, which put a real damper on our survey crews. We are running 4 survey crews currently, and 3 in Massachusetts and 1 here in New Hampshire. So that was a struggle, but we made it through, and we're doing great, and we're looking forward to 2021.
Yeah, I think more and more people are getting adjusted to the new technology, and it's business as usual.
Yeah.
Which is good to find. Yeah. So tell us, I've heard through the grapevine that you've worked on some very unique projects. Tell me something about what is so unique.
Yeah, so 2 of the projects that come to mind right now is we're working on the historic Franklin Dam. It's probably about an 80-foot drop down to the bottom of the dam. We are doing the survey for the New Hampshire Army Corps of Engineers, where we have survey crews going out, and they actually have to do a 3-dimensional assessment of that dam. They're removing the old concrete and replacing the concrete to, just basically fix the dam and extend the life of that dam. So we actually have some drone footage that once this whole thing becomes reality, we could actually put that up on our Instagram and our Facebook pages and whatnot during social media. The second one that we're working on is Farmsteads of New England. It's a 32-bed adult autism living quarters, and it's located in Epping, New Hampshire. We just recently got that approved. They have a facility in Hillsborough, New Hampshire as well. And from what I understand, there's a waiting list, probably 5 or 6 pages long, because autism is a major issue. And as these children become adults, they need a place to live and stay and work. This is actually a working farm. They have animals, they have crops. They bring the students to the farmers market where they can sell their goods. And it's just a really neat concept that they're doing. They're actually writing grant money to receive donations to get their funding. And we have about 8 buildings that are going to be breaking ground in 2021. I think it's really a neat project.
Well, that sounds really interesting. I like that kind of concept. And where did you say that project was again?
It's in Epping, New Hampshire.
Epping.
Right on the opposite side of 125, across from it's an old farm that they purchased. They also have students that come during the day that receive training and work on the farm, but then they go home at night. And then these new 32 beds, those are going to be full-time residents that's going to live there. Great
project.
Yeah.
So if someone's interested in using Allen & Major Associates services, how would they get in touch with one of your associates or yourself?
Well, you can give us a call. The New Hampshire office number is 603 627-5500. My extension is 9521. My cell phone is 781-953-8559. We are located in Woburn, Mass, Lakeville, Mass, and Manchester, New Hampshire. You can give me a call, and I can put you in touch with whomever would be most appropriate to talk to you about your project. If you have any land, or if you're looking to develop land, or just want to know what you can do with your project, oftentimes we'll do a concept, and we can show you what the zoning would allow, and map you through the process of permitting that project.
Oh, before we go, I just have a question. I see you have the oar behind you. And is that a mallard on the also on the wall?
The bird is my I've got a chocolate lab that I've trained for upland hunting, and that's actually her first pheasant that she got. And the paddle is a kayak paddle. For recreational use. So yeah.
So that's why you like that northern area.
Yeah.
You get to do a lot of those things.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you doing this today, Bob. And if someone wants to get a hold of you, you have all the information.
Yep.
And we were speaking with Robert Clarke. He's a principal at Allen and Major Associates. Have a good afternoon, Bob.
Great. Thanks, Rick.
Thank you for watching today's interview. If you'd like to be a guest, a sponsor, or even advertise in the New England Real Estate Journal, you'll find our contact information in the description box below. You can also find all our social media platforms so you can follow us, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel.